Hello. Let's start in the beginning. First time here, everything aligned yesterday from the moment we left the house till we got here.
It's the way life's supposed to be.
And I like it.
Yeah.
Question is how to maintain that.
Well, the thing is, sometimes the best alignment produces something that you might consider a challenge because it is so fun to rise to it. So we don't want you to misunderstand. We don't want you to think that perfect alignment means that you never have to think again, or that you never have to direct your thought again, or that you never have to be agile again, or you never have to be fast thinking again. Don't you want to be tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and on your game? So we know what you're talking about, that feeling of flow when everyone around you just felt like a cooperative component. And it is wonderful to know that you are the orchestra leader of all of that it's been set into motion and you get to play it out like that. But we never want you to feel uncomfortable about some hiccup along the way or something that requires your attention to it, because the sooner that you acknowledge that you are molding it into place, and you accept not the responsibility but the honor of getting to mold your life into place, so that you don't freak out if something goes wrong. Sometimes you do that. Something goes not quite right and you go, oh, I must not be living right. I must need to meditate longer. And we say, let life come to you as it comes, and let the contrast serve you all of the time. It's the reason that, speaking of starting at the beginning, we've been talking about the creative process is first step, life causes you to ask all day, every day. Never a day that life doesn't cause you to ask for something more. All day, every day. Step 2 is source answers it as soon as you formulate it into a thought that is request-like in nature. In the moment that you're asking or preferring or desiring, source answers. That's step 2. It gets queued up in the vortex. Law of attraction begins operating on this vibrational level with everything that you've asked for, melding it all together, creating a perfect unfolding. Step 3 is you got to get in the receptive mode so that you can receive the impulse, so that you can be in the right place at the right time. That's what that clarity is about. That's why it's so delicious. And that's what you're talking about, just getting really good at it. Mastering step 3. Caring about how I feel enough that my mood matters, and not be willing to get off on the rumble strip, wanting to stay in my lane, caring about the way I feel, guiding my thoughts because I care about the emotion that follow the thoughts that I've guided. Getting so good at it that I'm just usually all the time there, but not so much there that I am precluding my own expansion. Not such a master of step 4 that I don't allow any more growth in my experience. Not such a master of step 4 that I'm stagnant where I am. No, flexible in step 4, moving into step 5, which is not mad at myself when I'm back in step 1. That's what step 5 is. Step 5 is appreciating the contrast and knowing that there's always value in it. In other words, the story that our friend told us just now, a woman in some sort of stress or difficulty, could be seen as a step 1 moment, in other words, but it was a wonderful experience for two loving, co-creative people to come together and know each other in a way that they would not ordinarily get to know each other. And we're not just talking about the physical help. We're talking about the willingness to be there, the willingness to listen, the willingness to be part of a moment in time, the willingness to participate, the willingness to feel wonderful about it no matter what, the willingness to help this woman understand that even though her life maybe is moving in that direction just a little bit, that help is always on the way, that there's always someone there. In other words, that was such a magnificent co-creative experience, good for everyone involved. And those co-creative experiences are around you all the time, you see. Step 5 is where you really want to live. You want to master this. You want to understand your emotion, and you want to embrace it. And you want to like it whether it feels good or not. You want to say when something wonderful happens, I did that. And when something less than wonderful happens, I did that too. I did that because I am the creator of my own experience. And I'm getting better and better at it, meaning I'm having more manifestations that I like. But even more, I'm getting better and better at it because I'm relaxed in it. I'm confident in it. I know that I'm worthy. I know that I'm good. So much has come to me that lets me know that good things are mine to be had. I know that I'm loved. I know that Source is aware of me. I know that whatever I can conjure in my mind can be. I know that whatever life helps me to know that I want is mine, you see. And then you get to witness the coming together of things for you. Feel that. Feel how big that is. Feel how big that is, that Source energy is aware of you, not just where you stand, but has been aware of you and is intimately aware of your vortex, knows everything in it, knows how it all fits together, and knows where all your blockages are, knows where all the resistance on your path is, and still knows how to call you around it and over it and under it and through it, calling you, calling you, calling you, calling you. And sometimes some of those callings you say, oh, something went wrong. No, it never went wrong. It was just the path of least resistance on your way to what you've been asking for, you see. Source is always with you, always calling. You're listening to differing degrees. Esther has a big gong in the center building in Texas. And when she comes in through the back parking place and comes in through the kitchen, but she never wants anyone to feel like she's sneaking up on them. So she always goes directly to the gong and bangs the gong. Dun, dun, dun. Esther's in the building. The nice thing is, no one changes their behavior at all. No one is afraid of her. She thought the gong would help, but it didn't. And she said to a friend the other day something that she heard us say. She gets a lot of her stuff from us. You know, that vibration is never going to stop. It's just going to keep radiating to the boundaries of the universe, the boundaries of the boundaryless universe. And then she said what we've told her. Your ability to hear it may come to an end, but the vibration never ceases. And so that's the thing that we want you to feel about this expansive work that you are about. When you've lived something, you launched a vibrational rocket. You set something in motion that matters to Source. And law of attraction increases the momentum of it, and it becomes more and more and more and more. The question is, are you keeping up with the moreness that is becoming? Are you staying in the receptive mode of what you've created? And when you do, then you get to experience the witnessing of what that all means. And really, we're just going to say it to you, a true fulfillment of your reason for being here. You came as physical beings who, yes, are spiritually based, who are vibrationally based, who are energy based, but you are manifested, tangible beings here to create in this reality. And all that is Source energy is here with you, reveling in the expansiveness of your time and your space and your stuff. Yeah. Enough?
Thank you. Yes.
Something more?
Thank you. One more question.